Feminine hygiene practices are very, very crucial in every woman's life because, we are women, we are delicate, soft species, and we are also nurturers, which means for us to create a home and a space within us that is nurturing, it has to be clean, it has to be sweet, it has to be free in such a way that it does not contain things that actually affect our behaviors or emotions. So we want to create a body that kind of agrees with us. And in order to do that, we have to take care of the body. When you treat your body the wrong way, it could react in a hormonal way. So a lot of all the hormonal behaviors or hormonal imbalances that you see in women, you would be surprised when you get to the root of it. It is the simplest things that actually causes that disruption. So, one thing I've learned about just being a lady is you need to be very careful. You need to be knowledgeable in how you maintain and how you manage your body. You cannot just leave your body the way the men do theirs, right? Because everything affects you. Yeah, this is where feminine hygiene comes in. So, feminine hygiene focuses on taking care of the body in a way that it takes care of you on the outside and it does not affect your everyday activity. So, in today's video, I want to share with you guys some of the tips that I can swear by that has really, really helped me in optimizing my feminine hygiene. If you're new to this channel, I am Damsey, and you're most welcome to this crystal amazing community where we talk all things lifestyle, mindset, beauty, and femininity. Okay, so if you enjoy topics like this, be sure to consider subscribing to this channel and joining the community. Yes, so yeah, let's dive right in. So, the very first tip that I have for you guys is everybody has a natural smell. Everybody has a natural smell. There is no such thing as smelling like a rose down there. Trust me. However, how we smell greatly depends on what we ingest into our bodies as women. So, you basically smell and taste what you eat. Does that make any sense? You basically smell like what you eat. One of the things that I can say that has really, really helped me along my feminine hygiene journey is taking fruits, lots of fruits, but not just any kind of fruit. Okay, you want to avoid the highly acidic fruits. You want to stick to the ones that are low in acidity and the alkaline fruits. So, I'll give you some examples. Okay, so people normally talk about pineapples, right? Like pineapples and stuff like that. Pineapples are quite acidic. And yes, they are good, but the thing is, when you consume an acidic fruit too much, it actually could affect the pH balance down there. But okay, you want to do your fact check, okay? But it can affect the pH balance. So for me personally, I wouldn't say that acidic fruits like pineapple is really good. Like I've tried it before, but then it's okay, but like long term it's not something, it's not a fruit that you can be taking or that you want to be taking frequently. So a very good one that I would say and I would highly recommend because it actually works and it so one fruit that I will highly recommend is watermelon. Watermelon, because listen guys, watermelon contains at least 80% water content in it. And not just water, this is natural, pure, clean water that is coming straight from the ground. It is really clean water, and water helps to flush out the toxins inside of the body. So you want to consume fruits that are high in water content, like watermelon. You want to consume mangoes, okay? So I personally wouldn't go for pineapples. You can eat pineapples, but when we're talking about frequent fruits that helps to keep down there clean and smelling fresh and tasting good, pineapple is not the one. It is not the one you want to go to, okay? So you want to stick to more of fruits that are high in water content, like watermelon. So another very good fruit to actually try is coconut water. Coconut water is so good. it is so good for the body. So coconut water, mangoes, and watermelon, these are my go-to fruits that really helps to just tidy up the inside. And also you want to consume a lot of ginger. So ginger is not actually a fruit, it's more like in the vegetable category. So you also want to consume vegetables because vegetables are very good in like purifying the body and clearing out, fighting toxins around the body. So, and when the body is free of all these toxic elements, because sometimes those toxic elements are actually parts of the big major contributors to the bad smell and odor and all of that. So when you consume vegetables frequently, you're able to wash out those toxins and just keep the inside clean and purified. And my belief is when the inside is clean and free of toxin and it is purified and happy, the juices it produces will always taste good, okay, as opposed to tasting foul or fishy, and we do not want that. So another very good kind of food intake that I would say that really really helps the vagina health is probiotics. So for people who are not familiar with what probiotics are or the importance of a probiotic, so the thing is, we have good bacteria in our vaginas. They are good bacteria, and they are also bad bacteria living in there. Now, for a healthy vagina, you want to keep out the bad bacteria because they are the ones that cause the foul smell, infections, and etc. Like all the vaginal discomforts and issues that you experience. So, your goal is to improve or increase the production of good bacteria in your body because the good bacteria, they actually serve a very, very important purpose in the vagina, right? So, they are like the fighters, right? They are like the guardians of the vagina. They help keep it healthy. They help keep it from infections. Personally, from experience, right? There was a time that I had malaria. I don't have malaria very often, but the first time I ever really paid attention to, the effect of antibiotics in my body, because during that period when I had malaria, I had to take antibiotics as well because it was really serious. I think it was malaria and typhoid. So I was really heavy on the antibiotics at the time. So I noticed after I was done with my medication, um, there was a weird change down there. Like the smell was much more stronger than it normally was. So basically, what I learned in that period is that these antibiotics is a very, very strong medication that actually affects the behavior or the activities down there. And when I got older and I started to do more research on this, I learned that what antibiotics are doing is that they are fighting away the bacteria in your vagina. And when those good bacteria are less, it's going to cause some form of abnormality, which I experienced after my medication. Despite, practicing the normal hygiene of keeping clean and all of that, I was experiencing itching out of nowhere. Like there was just abnormality, like there was just a misbehavior down there after my medication during that period. So I noticed what I should have done is to take probiotics. So probiotics are like the opposite of antibiotics. So antibiotics fight bacteria out of your body, but probiotics introduces healthy bacteria into the body, which your vagina actually needs. So probiotics comes in different forms. It comes in supplement forms. It comes in food forms. It comes in drink form, in the form of drinks. So personally, I can only speak on what I have used, like the kind of probiotic that I have used, which for me is the drink form. I'm not really a medicine kind of girl, so I personally haven't tried the supplements. So I can't really recommend on supplements in this video. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to recommend based on what I have used, which is the drink form, which is the yogurt. So yogurt is a very good probiotic. I think for now, yeah, it's a very, very good probiotic. And just I just try take a lot of yogurts because you need that. Okay, you need that. So one thing you want to put in mind is you might want to consider taking probiotics after a heavy medication, especially if that medication contains antibiotics, right? So you want to consider taking probiotics. So I'm not going to speak much on this. Just do your research, consult your gynecologist or your nutritionist to get more professional intel on this particular area. But personally, this is what has worked for me. So, the second tip that I have for you guys is wear breathable underwear always. Whew, let that vagina breathe. Let it breathe. The vulva, the skin, that is the skin around the vagina, the skin that is covering the vagina, it has pores. And you don't want to have your pores blocked and suffocated throughout the day. You don't want to do that because what that does is it traps heat. It actually causes heat when you have an unbreathable underwear down there. It traps heat and that heat creates moist. That moist it accommodates unhealthy bacteria, and on top of that, if the underwear happens to be tight, it actually causes ingrown hairs around your intimate area, which we do not want. Okay, so consider wearing breathable underwear, preferably cotton, the lightweight cotton underwears or like the mesh underwears. Those are also okay, and lace as well. Avoid wearing the silk underwears, and if at all you're going to wear those, maybe for swimming or something, it should not be a part of your everyday underwear because those are not breathable underwear. Those are not breathable underwear. Okay, so wear something that is breathable. It allows air and it allows instant drying even if it's wet. So at night, try as much as possible if you can to sleep without underwear because your vagina is a hole. It just needs a time period to breathe because it's meant to be kept dry and clean. Preferably, you can go no underwear at all. Or if you're someone who is not comfortable, going no underwear at all, you want to stick to maybe a loose fitted underwear. And also, it is important to try not to wear tight underwears and even tight jeans, like tight pants, basically because what you're doing is you're suffocating your pores, and those pores they need space to expand, they need space to just breathe, right? So wear properly fitted underwear or something that is a bit loose. Avoid the tight ones, especially the ones that are tight around the groin area, like the edge of the vulva, because it those are the ones that even like those are the ones that can cause ingrown hairs down there, so you want to avoid those totally. Another thing you want to take note of when it comes to underwear is that you see those colored underwears, the colored underwears, you need to be careful about those colored underwears because some of them actually they are dyed with color. I don't even know how to say this, I don't know if I'm making sense. You see those heavily colored ones, like the red, some of the reds, right? You see that dye? It is not, it is chemical. Okay, and it's not safe to have that going inside or staying in your vagina area. It can cause irritation to the skin around that area. So you want to watch out for your underwears. If they are the types that, when you soak them or you try to wash them, it's bringing out color, I would advise that you stay away from it because, those chemicals that is coming out, that colored chemical that is coming out of that underwear is not safe for you. It is not safe for the health of your vagina. So you want to avoid those types of underwears. So preferably if you can stick to underwears with lighter colors like the baby pink color or preferably even white or black. I think some blacks are safe. If you're going to wear colored, make sure it is not one of those materials that are dyed, but like a proper original cotton colored pants. But overall, I would advise you go for simpler colors, okay? Unless you're Unless if it's a beach wear or something that you're going to show publicly, then you can go fancy. Okay, that is fine. But if it's underwear that you're going to be wearing for a long period of time and you're going to be using long term and like on a frequent basis, you want to stick to simpler colors like white or cream or maybe black. So, the third feminine hygiene tip that I have for you guys is for your intimate care, always use simple, gentle, and preferably unscented products. And I'm going to tell you why. So the skin around the vagina, it is not like the skin on our body. It is not as thick as the skin on our body. So the skin on our body can still withstand certain harsh chemicals without breaking down. But the skin on the vagina is very, very sensitive skin. It's a very sensitive area. So when you're thinking of intimate care products, you want to consider simple products, gentle products. So anything that stings, anything that is harsh, and anything that gives a that that has a very strong, loud smell are the exact kind of products you want to be running from. Trust me. Because what those kind of product does is they can easily irritate the intimate area. They can easily cause irritation and infection to the intimate area. So you want to avoid those products as much as possible. Some persons actually say that because of this, they prefer using just water alone to wash down there. I'm just going to give my own personal opinion. I think the skin down there, it actually has pores. And one thing with pores is, with all the dirts that comes down there, mixed with the sebum that comes out of the pores, it it creates dirt, not just any kind of dirt, right? So the dirt down there will be the kind of dirt that are sticky to the skin and sticky to the pores. So if you're using water to clean that area, if you're using only water to clean that area, it is not cleaning it enough, if that makes any sense. It is not going to do a proper cleaning. So you need some form of soap in order to, you know, um, dissolve that oil, the oily part of the dirt, which makes it easier for the water mixed with the soap to wash away the dirt from the surface of the skin. Does that make any sense? Okay. So basically, this means that it is very important that you use soap. Now, the question is, what kind of soap is safe? And truthfully speaking, there are not a lot of intimate care products out there that are actually safe. But one that I can swear by that I have been using for like 6 years now is this particular product by Oriflame. This is the Oriflame Sweden Feminine Extra Comfort Nurturing Intimate Cleansing Cream. So this is a very, very gentle cleanser that contains probiotic. Hello, probiotic, and also contains lactic acid. So why I love this product is that it is actually a cream cleanser. It is not an overly soapy cleanser. It's a very gentle cleanser. It does not give any sting to like the feel is very, very gentle on the skin. It is very gentle and it gives a very clean wash. So this product is one that I would highly, highly recommend as a feminine wash. I've been using it for years and it's really good. It doesn't have the scent, right? So I would not say that it has like zero scent. It has a scent, but it is so, so neutral. It is almost unnoticeable. So yeah, products like this are the kind of products that I opt for, and it is very, very good. And if you cannot find this product, another very good cleanser that is gentle enough for down there that I would recommend, which is the option I normally go for whenever I run out of my Oriflame intimate wash is Dove soap. So Dove bar soap. The one that specifically states sensitive skin on top of it. Yeah, that is the one that I'm talking about. So that one is unscented. It is very gentle. It is actually like most of the Dove bar soap variants that I know are very gentle. Like they're very gentle to the skin. So, but I specifically recommend the one that has sensitive skin written on it. So, the fourth feminine hygiene tip that I have for you guys is to never shave your intimate area dry. It is it is the worst crime you can ever commit against your intimate area. Okay, it is the worst crime you can ever commit to your intimate area. And that's because, I mean, anyways, it is not news anymore. I'm not going to talk to us as if we're little girls. We're not young girls. I'm sure we've all experienced the whole razor bumps and all of that because, I mean, there are not very many options of hair removal, so we're limited to the shaving option, the shaving cream, hair removal option, and waxing. So I think these three are the ones I can think of right now. And personally, for me, I've never tried waxing before, but I've heard that I've not only heard, I've actually seen that it's quite painful. I might consider it one day, but I still haven't. So I can only speak on how I, remove my hairs and what works for me and how I do it effectively, of course. When it comes to shaving, I'm going to maybe walk you guys through the shaving stick shaving and the shaving cream shaving. So, when it comes to this method, which I believe is going to be the method that most people are probably using because these methods are more accessible, they are quicker, user friendly, and all of that. So, I am just going to give a breakdown on how I do mine. Okay. So the first thing when it comes to whether shaving or shaving cream, the first thing you want to do, the very first thing you want to do is you want to take your time. Okay. It is not something that you do in a rush. You want to gently take your time. You need to have that in mind that, okay, this is not just something that I'm like, let me just use 10 minutes and just, drag and drag and drag. No, you want to create time for it. You want to create time and space to do it because, like I said, it is a sensitive area. So you don't want to do anything that is too aggressive. You don't want to be too aggressive with it, basically. So take your time. And secondly, you want to prep the skin. You want to prep both the skin and the hair. So the first way to prep the skin, and I'm talking about the vulva right now, like the skin of the intimate area, because most oftentimes the skin around that area is usually dry. Yeah, it's usually dry. So, and when you're shaving on dry skin, it is one of the reason why the aftermath of that shaving becomes a bump. So you don't want to have bumps, like want to avoid the bumps and the ingrown hairs, right? So you want to prep the skin of that area. The first thing you want to do after washing it is to scrub. So now the scrub you want to use is a gentle scrub. Like I said, the skin in that area is very sensitive. So whatever product that you're using, you want to make sure it is a simple and a gentle product. So you want to scrub that area first of all gently to prep the skin of that area. So to prep the intimate skin. So personally, I would the scrub that I use personally for this purpose is also an Oriflame product. This is also a product that I've been using for a very long time. I think since I've been in school, I've been using this product and it is a very gentle scrub. It is actually one of the most gentle scrubs that I've found in the market. So this is one that I've been loyal to for years now. Guys, so it is a sugar scrub and unlike many other scrubs that I see, the sugar is very like small and tiny and soft. So it is not so abrasive like the other scrubs, like coffee scrubs that I see. So this is the Oriflame Milk and Honey Gold Sugar Scrub. So this is the one that I use in scrubbing my like basically any soft skin. Like I use it for my face and I also use it for down there because those areas are soft. Then I use another scrub for my body. So yeah, you want to scrub with a very gentle scrub. And what the scrubbing does is it scrubs off the dead skin and the dirts that are trapped on top of the pores. So it also helps to kind of loosen up the pores a bit, and you need the pores to be loosened when you want to razor shave and even cream shave, but specifically when you want to razor shave, you need the pores to be loosened. Because the whole point, like what you really want to focus on when it comes to razor shaving, is you want to have the least resistance possible from the intimate area. Because when there is resistance, it is that resistance that creates tension, and that tension eventually, turns into a bump. So you want to create the least resistance possible when shaving. So you definitely want to put that in mind. So you scrub, and after scrubbing that area, you can rub off, you can, clean off that area with a warm washcloth or a warm towel. So you want to use a warm towel to just, clean off the area. So what that warm towel does is that it actually applies some heat, and that heat, it opens up the pores, like the hair follicles, right? The follicle is the tube that actually holds the hair. It is the tube through which the hair grows, so it's usually tight to the hair. So when you introduce heat to that area, it opens up that pore a bit more, creating less resistance. So after doing that, this is the part where you can either go in with your shaving cream, if you're shaving with a shaving cream. And if you're shaving with a razor, before you go in with your razor, this is the part where you want to apply your shaving gel. Okay, so you want to apply your shaving gel or a conditioner. So if you don't have a shaving gel, that's fine. You can use a conditioner. Personally, I have found conditioners to be much more better in this regard because it instantly softens the hair. So conditioner or gel is, how you prep the hair. So, the scrubbing part and the warm cleansing part is for the skin. So now you have to take care of the hair because some of us have very thick hair down there. When that hair is thick, like if you shave while the hair is still coarse and thick and dry, it's going to cause a bump. Like these are the things that actually cause razor bumps down there. So you want to also prep the hair, and the whole point is just to make it soft and more agreeable. So once or when you introduce the blade or the shaving cream, it easily obeys, it easily, submit to the pull of the blade or the cream. And, after the whole thing, what you have is a very soft, silky shave, and it will look as if you had a razor, a laser shave. It won't leave any bump behind. If you don't have a gel, go for a conditioner, a hair conditioner. And I personally use this hair conditioner. This is the XHC. I'm sure some of you hair gurus are quite familiar with this hair conditioner. So this is the hair conditioner that I use. A very small amount goes a long way. You don't want to use too much of it because it's not the hair on our head that we're shaving. So it's just the one down there. So you want to go over the hair with that hair condition with your hair conditioner, and like just massage it and massage and massage until the hair is, soft. Usually at this point you will see it in a lying state. So once it's soft, this is the part where you want to go in with your razor. If you're razor shaving, so you start shaving and you want to shave in the opposite direction of hair growth. Does that make sense? So if your hair is growing like this, like, oh shit, I have to use my mic. So if your hair is growing like this, starting from here and it's growing out like this, so you want to shave, you want to, you know, so you want to shave in the opposite direction of your hair growth. So that's the best way to get the closest shave. So honestly, it doesn't really matter if you're using a 3 or 4 blade, whatever. Just make sure that the blade is very sharp. It is clean. It is sharp enough to, cut through the hair with least resistance. Again, like I said, with least resistance. So even if it's a 2 blade, the only thing is that it's going to take you more time. That is why I said you need to take your time to do this. It's not something you want to like rush because it's very gentle. So you want to do it gently. if you're using the shaving cream, you do not want it to stay for too long. So usually on the body of the shaving cream, they always give a specification of time frame for the shaving cream to be on it. So when you're using shaving cream, another tip that I would give you is that you want to shave, no, you want to apply from outside inside. Outside inside. Why did I say outside inside? Because the skin outside is a bit tougher. So the one inside, the one that is the closest to your vagina, is the most sensitive. Trust me, it will take barely 2 minutes for the hair around that area to start pulling out. So you don't want the cream staying longer than that. It's just how when they relax your hair, girls, we all understand this thing. Like when you're relaxing your hair, we always start from the bottom because the hair in the bottom is thicker than the hair on the tip. So usually it's the tip that the relaxer passes through last. But imagine if you applied it on the tip before going around the whole hair, you have serious hair breakage. So you want to apply the cream from the outside to the inside. And you don't want to go like inside. The inside part, you just want to apply very little amount of cream there. Trust me. Like once it's time for you to like use that plastic spoon to just pick everything out, it will fall out. It will fall out because the skin there is very sensitive. So the hair there, it actually pulls out faster. So you don't want to leave the shaving cream too long. Okay, so this is the shaving cream that I use. This is the Vit Silky Fresh Hair Removal Cream. This right here. So it is 100 ml worth of content. So this is the one that I use. So it takes between 3 to 6 minutes. It says 3 to 6 minutes. So guys, you want to set your timer to 6 or 7 minutes. Trust me, if you apply it correctly in 6 minutes, all the hair will fall out. I would advise using that plastic spoon to just like scoop it out first, then use warm water and soap to go over it just to make sure that all the product comes out of your skin because it is a chemical. You don't want it staying longer than it should on your skin. The fifth feminine hygiene tip that I have for you guys is actually, it is more like a lifestyle kind of tip, and I am saying this because another very important aspect of the feminine intimate area hygiene is a very important regulator of the feminine intimate area hygiene is the estrogen hormone. The estrogen hormone. Okay, so this is a primary sex hormone in women. So this is the hormone that is responsible in preparing the body. It is the hormone that is responsible for the primary sex organ development within the body. So it is a very vital hormone because it actually does affect, the vagina down there, especially for ladies. And this tip I feel will be more important for ladies who are sexually active, especially for those that are married. You want to keep your estrogen at a healthy level. So the one tip that I have for that is manage stress as much as possible. Try to manage your stress. Try to manage your stress. Anything that stresses your physical body chronically can affect the estrogen hormone. It can reduce the production of estrogen within the body, and that further affects the health of the vagina. So usually you notice when the estrogen level is low in the body is part of what causes vagina dryness, and it can also cause some kind of irritation. So you on this particular tip, I don't want to say too much. I feel you should probably consult your gynecologist on this, but I feel this should also be a very important tip to mention when it comes to feminine hygiene. Okay, so I just want to remind you guys that our feminine container, that is our body, is not as strong as that of men. So you want to be delicate and gentle when it comes to how you push your body. So you don't want to do things that will chronically stress your physical body because it actually affects your hormones. And when the hormones are affected, when they are troubled, they affect how we feel and different parts of our body and even down there as well. Okay, so try and manage stress as much as possible. Exercise often, to regulate, exercise very good in regulating hormones and also keeping the body, taking out toxins from the body, which our body doesn't need. So, yeah, guys, that is all the tips, the feminine hygiene tips that I have for you guys in the Feminine Hygiene Secrets Part 1, talking about how to smell good and smell fresh down there. So, if you have any other tip that you feel I must have missed out and that has been working for you lately, please feel free to share that with us in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and share this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification icon so that you can get notified when I post the part 2 of this series. So it's not really a series, but yeah, when I post the part 2. So definitely turn on your post notification bell icon. So thank you once again for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.